Vikings NFL draft pick Khyree Jackson.
Was evident. The toll in human life, a heavy one. 3 people who were in this Dodge Charger were killed around 3:15 this morning on northbound Route 4 near Dower House Road in Upper Marlboro. According to state police, the Charger was struck by a woman driving the silver Infiniti as she tried to change lanes while traveling at a high rate of speed. The car also struck a Chevy Impala, whose lone occupant, the driver, was not injured. The preliminary investigation shows the Charger went off the road into several tree stumps and ended up on a service road adjacent to the highway. The driver was 23-year-old Isaiah Hazel of Upper Marlboro. 24-year-old Khyree Jackson of Waldorf was the front seat passenger. Both died at the scene. 24-year-old Anthony Litton, a backseat passenger, died later at a hospital. All 3 were former football players at Wise High School. Khyree Jackson was a rookie cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings.
He always had high aspirations.
His grandfather, Anthony Jackson, was among the friends and family members of the victims who came to the scene. His grandfather recalls how proud they all were of Khyree Jackson's achievements.
Doing the best that he could possibly do in life and with the family.
Jackson, Isaiah Hazel, and Anthony Litton were graduates of Henry J. Wise High School in Upper Marlboro, and all 3 were part of state championship teams.
They were still together, still hanging out, still doing some things together.
Westlake High School football coach DeLon Parrish coached all 3 of the young men when he was at Henry Wise High School. He also taught all 3 of them.
Isaiah had an infectious attitude. He was extraordinary. Everybody loved being around him. AJ, phenomenal athlete. You know, he could do anything he wanted. Khyree, belief in himself, was incredible.
And he adds he was inspired by the 3 young men, and they'll continue to inspire others. As police began their investigation into the deadly crash, loved ones of the victims began to deal with the loss.
We're going to try to get through this as best as we possibly can.
The driver of the 3rd vehicle that was struck was uninjured. State police say the driver of the Infiniti, identified as 23-year-old Corey Klingman, and 2 passengers in her car were also uninjured. Police say alcohol may have been a factor in the crash. Derek Ward, News 4.
Pause. Can we have a moment of silence? Leave them comments. Smash that like button. Let me know what you think about this one. This story to me was mind-boggling. It deserved empathy, right? You got this NFL player about to be drafted to the Vikings. Him and his bros obviously played high school football, college football. They stuck together. They practiced together. They went out together. They do what bros do, right? Try to stick together. You know, it's the saying that iron sharpens iron, right? So you got to stick with the best if you wanted to be the best. So I totally get that as far as competition. But what I don't get is how irresponsible that drunk driver was. Now, this is water under the bridge. It already happened, right? So my condolences goes to his family, his loved ones, his parents, not even his, their. Because 3 died, right, in that Charger. And the irony of the story is that the drunk driver and the female, which was in a female Infiniti car, she is still alive. What repercussions will she face? Will this be manslaughter? This is 3. So it's just a lose-lose situation. No one wins in this situation. You know, and imagine being that close to the finish line. You about to cross the line, change your family life. Change your life. You've been working hard. You've been practicing for your 5 minutes of fame. You've been practicing. And upon that finish line, you don't get to cross the finish line. But you did everything in your power. That's why I say sometimes the universe has a plan for you. Sometimes it's bigger than yours. Some people refer to it as God's plan. But like I say, let me know what you thought about this one, because this story it struck me spiritually. And you could do all the right things in life, right? It doesn't mean that wrong won't happen to you. You can stand up, have great character, in the pursuit of what makes you happy, and things like these occur. So it's like a rock in a hard place. What is the family supposed to do? These are 3 families, but 4 families being affected by this, right? You have the 3 guys that was in the Charger. They died. All 3 of them dead. Could you believe? So make sure that y'all sending some type of high vibration, some type of love when you see their family, because they need it. Love conquers all. It's needed right now, because imagine if that was your story. That's an incomplete story. That's a movie. These are the things that make it to the big screen. This story to me hit home, because you could be this close, but yet so far. Let me repeat. You could be this close, but yet so far. So like I say, peace and blessings go towards their family. All 4 parties. Peace and blessings also go to the lady that was driving drunk. It goes to her too as well. She should never have been in that car, because her decision affected many others people's lives, affected many. One decision can affect a group. And this was a detrimental decision, to get behind the wheel while drunk, to go somewhere, or be in a rush to go somewhere. I tell people, rush to do good. Don't rush to do bad. And I'm sure this wasn't her. This wasn't premeditated. She didn't intend to get in an accident. But that's what happens when you're a couple of seconds delayed, or under the influence, or anything along that nature, right? I can give you guys a story. And this is one reason why every time I go in the car, I put on my seatbelt, and I ask people, hey, make sure you put on your seatbelt as well, right? And not saying that seatbelts save all lives, but I'd rather have it on than not have it on at all and get flown out the car. I'm gonna give you a quick story. So, and I've been programmed to think like this. So, personally, my mom had a son. And, this is when I came to America. So this is how I came to America, right? And her son, her and my dad was driving. They was driving down south or whatever, a quick little road trip. And the car ended up flipping over. The son didn't have the seatbelt on. The son flew out the window, right? And rest in peace to him. Then that's when I came up from Jamaica. That's just how the story goes. So I was always told when I was young, make sure you put your seatbelt on. Always, because something happened to somebody that was very traumatic, that they say, you know what, the love that I have for this person, I don't want the person to go through the same thing, so let me advise the person, or remind the person, or put it in the head, or program the person to say, you know what, this is very important. So I find myself putting it on for her, but it was also beneficial to me, and I find myself telling people the same thing. When you get in the car, put your seatbelt on. I don't care how goofy you think it might make you look. I don't care how cool you want to be. You can be so cool that you're not cool anymore. That you're no longer here. So while you with me, safety is very important to me. So put your seatbelt on. So that's why this story kind of touched me, just to let you guys get in on some personal things, right? But let me know if you can relate to this story. Leave your thoughts down below. Smash that like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. And like I say, peace, blessings, prosperity, guidance, protection, all those things, right? All those high energetic love, right? I wish that upon their family because they're going to need it. And that's what cures all things. Love conquers all. On that note, peace, blessings, and love. Positivity over negativity, always. Boom.